Okay, I think I've got the schedule all figured out. This should be our most successful open school night ever, Ma. You start off with Alan at the junior high. George will meet you there after work. Dad, you come with me to the grammar school. With a little bit of luck, we should be able to visit everybody's teacher in every class, but never at the same time.
Don't make me go to math class, that's all. I'll go anywhere else except math. And science. Don't make me go to science. Those are the two, science and math. And Latin.
Are you not feeling well, Dad? Do you want to stay home from school today?
What? Are you kidding? He lives for this open school night. Goes to the school. Some pretty young teacher says to him, "You must be Nathaniel Silver's father." Then he said,
No, I'm the grandpa.
But you're so young.
Have some coffee, Grandma?
"Since when do you drink coffee, sweetheart?"
I don't, but it's Brazil's major export, so I need a bean to put here on the map.
This is very impressive, Nathaniel.
Miss McCullough's teaching us all about South America. See, there's cotton here from Peru, wool from Argentina, and I need coffee from Brazil.
I don't think I have any coffee, sweetheart. Could they maybe export tea?
They don't drink tea in Brazil.
How do you know? Maybe they started. When was the last time you were there?
I can't believe I forged a note for my parents. This isn't gonna work, I know it. I'm gonna get caught. Ben, relax. The note looks great. I did a great signature. I'm going to jail for this. I can feel it. And let me tell you something, Warren. They put me in the big freezer. You're coming with me.
Benny, relax. You're watching too much TV.
Fine, Ben. You don't want to do this. Let's not do it. We'll tear up the note. You go get your mom, and we'll all go over to open school night together. And you can explain to Mr. Greer why your mom's not on the iron lung like you told him. That was your idea, too.
Look, Ben, you obviously don't want to do it, so let's not do it. I mean, it's not exactly a great idea to start forging at your age. Let your mom come.
I can't. My mom comes. She'll meet my teachers. She'll see all my report cards. Ben, this is going to work for you. And it's a small lie, a very small lie. I wouldn't even call it a lie. It's more like an adjustment of the truth. Adjustment of the truth? So it's not a lie? Not even close. I feel better. I feel good. Let's go. You can always count on Miss McCullough to spin the best platters on open school night.
Yup. She's the best teacher in the whole world. I wish she could teach us every year.
Yeah, sure beats Mrs. Gustav from last year. She was a looker, but she was no Miss McCullough.
Hello, Mrs. Silver.
It's very nice to see you.
Hello, Miss McCullough. It's nice to see you, too.
And you must be Nathaniel's father.
No, I'm the grandpa.
But you're so young.
Where should I put my map, Miss McCullough?
Oh, Nathaniel, that's very good. What's that there in Brazil?
Coffee. I couldn't find a bean, so I had to use instant.
That's very resourceful. I think we'll put that right at the front of the class. And how's your girlfriend Mindy doing on your map, Nicholas?
I think she's almost done, Miss McCullough. Don't worry. We should have it tonight.
Well, maybe when it gets here, you and I can take a couple of minutes and go over it together, okay?
You bet. See you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile.
I don't want to embarrass you, but you must know how much Nathaniel loves you. Every day it's Miss McCullough this, Miss McCullough that. It's just been an incredible year for him.
Well, he makes my job easy. I love having him in class, Mrs. Silver. I think we make a good team.
How come I never had a teacher like you?
I can't do it, Warren. I can't. I'm just not cut out for a life of crime. You just walk up to him and hand him the note. What's so tough about that? For you, probably nothing. Me, I walk up there, I break out in pimples on my forehead that say I'm lying.
So, Professor, who's the smartest in the class?
They're all smart, Mrs. Berger. This is an exceptional class. One of the best I've had.
Well, you can tell me. My Alan, no?
Grandma,
Don't put Mr. Greer on the spot like that, Ma.
Well, we're talking, that's all.
it's embarrassing.
That's okay, Alan. I had a grandma, too, you know.
And she lived with you?
Well, it was more like we lived with her. It was Grandma's place and Grandma's rules. It's my way or the highway, she used to say, and she wasn't kidding.
And she was right. Look at you. So nice. A teacher. She must be quelling.
Huh?
Quelling, it's, happy, proud.
I'm gonna have to tell her that. She's been cavelling all these years and didn't even know.
This one, too much with the ball. I always tell him, where's the ball going to get you, Ellen?
I'm gonna burn that darn ball. That's what my grandma used to say to me.
So tell him, too much with the ball and the rock and roll, and not enough with the books.
I don't know. Whatever he's doing seems to be working out pretty well.
So he's the smartest one, yes?
No. Mrs. Berger, I think you are.
And Bolivia is known for its mineral-rich soil and majestic mountain ranges. So this term we learn that the United States of America is not the only America. There's also South America, just south of North America. And it's pretty neat, too.
Thank you, Nathaniel. That was a terrific
The level of work in
report.
this class is outstanding. I hope Mindy can measure up.
So why don't we all take a coffee break and sample some of the food that we've set out from South America, and then we'll hear from Cecilia Berkowitz, who's prepared a report for us on wool gathering in the Andes.
Whoa, we're gonna need some of that Brazilian coffee to stay awake for this one. Just act natural and hand him the note.
Oh, look sharp, here he comes. I'm gonna make a run for it.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hi, Mr. Greer.
I just had a nice chat with your parents, Mr. Butcher.
Really? A nice chat? Are you sure those were my parents?
I haven't seen your parents yet, Mr. Belinsky.
No, they're not coming.
No?
They were really looking forward to meeting you, too. But they had to go on a trip. A cruise, actually. Here, my mom wrote you a note.
They went on a cruise to Ohio?
It was a special deal.
I should hope so. Very few people go to Ohio by boat.
Oh, right, no. They went by car. They're cruising in a car.
Your mother must have written this note in quite a hurry. She spelled her name wrong.
Really? Well, they were late to catch the car.
This is Miss McCullough's class, Lieutenant.
Thanks, Mindy.
Mindy, where you been? Sorry I'm so late, sweetheart. I couldn't find a coffee bean. Who's this guy?
Lieutenant Mark Billings, U.S. Army. As you were.
What brings you to PS 205, Lieutenant?
I'm a friend of Molly's.
Molly?
Oops, Miss McCullough.
Nick Scamparelli, Lieutenant. Always a pleasure to meet a member of our armed forces. Excuse us, Lieutenant. We have a map to go over.
Here's what you need to know.
And what's your name?
Nathaniel Silver.
Oh, so you're Nathaniel Silver. Well, I've heard a lot about you.
Really?
Oh, yeah, really. Miss McCullough talks about you all the time. Big Dodger fan, right?
Yeah.
Me too. Big Miss McCullough fan? Me too.
Oh, Mark, good you're here. I see that you met Nathaniel.
Yes, ma'am. He's all you said he was.
So are you ready to do this?
Nope.
But you're going to, right?
Yep.
Excuse us, Nathaniel. May I have your attention, please? I think you've all probably heard me talk about my friend Mark Billings, the lieutenant in the United States Army. Well, Mark and I have some exciting news we'd like to share with you. We're planning to be married at the end of the week. Thank you. Now, Mark is stationed outside of Kyoto. Kyoto's in Japan. Now, I will be teaching at the Army base right here. So, starting in 2 weeks, you'll have a new 4th grade teacher. And I'd like to introduce her to you all now. Miss Driscoll? The next 2 weeks, she'll be helping me out in class, and then she'll be taking over for me completely. So why doesn't everybody be sure that they meet Miss Driscoll tonight?
What's the matter, Nathaniel? You don't like your old kid? What about your eggs? You don't like them either?
What about your grandpa? You like him?
Nathaniel, let's go. We're gonna be late for school.
I'm not going.
What's the matter? You sick?
I'm not sick. I'm just not going to school anymore, that's all. I quit.
This is an interesting development. Does Mom know?
Whether you quit or you didn't quit, you should eat something.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Haven't finished your breakfast yet, Nathaniel. You're gonna be late.
He's not going to school.
He quit.
I'm not going anymore. And you can't make me.
Nathaniel.
I'm not going if Miss McCullough is not my teacher.
Honey, we talked about this last night.
I know. And you said I'd feel better in the morning, but this is the morning and I don't feel better.
If you'd eat something, you'll feel better.
Do I have to go, Mom? Do I?
Look, I know how much you love Miss McCullough. It's not going to be easy for you to have a new teacher, but you gotta try to be brave. At least give it a try, okay?
Okay, Mom. I'll try.
Atta boy.
You can have my Ovaltine, Grandpa.
Jody stood beside the pony, stroking him behind the ears. The pony didn't flip his head the way he had done when he was well. Anybody here ever ridden a pony?
I bet on a pony.
Really?
Cigarette Girl out of Roadmaster by Mr. Lucky.
Anybody else? I mean, who's ridden a pony, not bet on one.
I went on the pony ride at Coney Island.
You did?
Yeah, it was really great.
Well, why don't you tell Miss Driscoll and the class all about it while I go get the art supplies for the next period?
Can I go with you?
Why don't you stay and lead the class discussion? I'm sure Miss Driscoll would love to hear about the Coney Island pony ride.
So, Nathaniel, why don't you tell us more about the ponies? It was really fun, huh?
It was okay.
That's all? Nothing else you want to tell us about the ponies?
No.
Okay. Mrs. McCullough and I have prepared a list of questions about the beginning of the Red Pony for you to answer. Now, this is not a test. It's just a little something to help us understand the story better. Nathaniel, would you pass these out, please? Nathaniel, where are you going? Nathaniel?
You hungry? Because they usually keep candy in here.
No, thanks.
I can't hear what they're saying.
I don't care.
Don't worry. There's not much they can do to you. You're just a kid.
Hello, Nathaniel.
Hello, Mr. Germaine.
Hi, Nicholas.
How's it going, Stan?
Come on in, Nathaniel. I think I can take it from here, Nicholas.
Okay, just go easy on the little guy, understand?
There you are, darling.
Hi, Grandma. Hi, Dad.
Hi, Nady.
So, Nathaniel, I explained to your father and your grandma what happened, and I guess we're all a little concerned. This is not acceptable behavior, Nathaniel. We expect more from you. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Dad, where's Mommy?
She's at work, Nady. She'll be home soon.
Can I go home?
Well, it's not up to me.
Stan?
I think that'd be a good idea. Why don't you take the rest of the day off? Think about this.
He's a good boy, Mr. Principal.
I know.
I feel like I'm crumbling inside, Alan.
Sounds bad, Ben.
It's terrible. I'm a liar, a fake, a forger.
Why don't you just go and tell Mr. Greer the truth?
No, I can't.
I'll help you. We'll go to his classroom, we'll make small talk about this and that, maybe talk about the weather. Then you can casually bring the conversation around to the fact that you lied to him and forged the signature of your parents.
That's a terrible plan, Alan.
Come on.
Oh, hello, guys.
Hi, Mr. Greer.
They say it might rain. I lied, Mr. Greer. I lied and then I forged.
What are you talking about, Mr. Belinsky?
Last night, parents' night, my parents weren't really out of town.
You're kidding. They're not cruising in Ohio.
No, I wrote that note myself.
Really? Why don't you tell me all about it, Mr. Belinsky?
See, my father doesn't speak English very well. I'm not making that up, by the way. That's true.
Uh-huh.
And my mother, see, she thinks I'm the smartest one in the family, and I am. So I kind of hate to let her down by having her find out I'm not that smart. Because think how bad that makes the rest of the family look.
Well, I appreciate your honesty, even at this late date, but I'm not sure what to do with you now.
Why don't you just give me my F and get it over with?
You're not getting an F in my class, Mr. Belinsky.
Oh, no. There's something lower than an F. What am I getting, a G?
No, you're getting a C+ for your midterm grade.
What?
You deserve it. Your class participation is way up. You're working very hard. Your posture is phenomenal.
A C+. Alan, I'm getting a C+.
Congratulations, Ben.
Mr. Greer, I can show that to my parents.
Thursday afternoon, 3:30, we'll show it to them together.
Okay, Mr. Greer.
Don't sell yourself short, Mr. Belinsky. You have a lot to offer. You should set your sights higher. I see B's, even A's in your future.
I love you, Mr. Greer.
Sonny Jim then laced a liner into center, and the Dodgers were off to a 2-run lead. On the mound, Speedy Mason, who was too old for Montreal and not good enough for Elmira, held them off inning after inning. You ready to talk about what happened at school yet?
No, maybe at the end of the chapter.
At times, he was rescued by his outfielders, reaching back to make impossible one-handed grabs along the fence. I really think we should talk about it now, Nathaniel.
Let's wait till Daddy gets home, okay, Mom? I don't want to have to repeat it.
Dad had to go back to work, honey. Won't be back till after midnight.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about it now.
So, what do you think happened at school today? Why do you think you did that?
I don't know. I guess I just don't like Miss Driscoll.
Oh, you don't even know her.
I know she's not Miss McCullough.
Well, you don't have to feel about Miss Driscoll the way you feel about Miss McCullough. Not right away. Maybe not ever.
I don't?
But you do have to show her the respect she deserves as your teacher. You can't throw pages out the window. Can't cause trouble in the classroom.
Really? Because it felt good when I threw those papers out the window.
You have been given a great gift with Miss McCullough. Teachers like her are rare and very special. And even though you think she's leaving you, she's really not. Because what she's given you will stay with you forever and ever and ever.
Hi, Miss McCullough. This is Nathaniel Silver. Miss McCullough, we have to talk.
Do you know what class I really wish they would have paid a little more attention in?
What class is that, Mr. Elgart?
French. It would have come in handy for me being in the restaurant business. I speak a little bit, of course. Hors d'oeuvres, entree, French fry. Still, I would like to be more fluent. I also wish I would have paid a little more attention in history class. And English, science, math. What else is there?
That's just about it.
Jim.
Hi, Nathaniel.
Hi, Miss McCullough. Did you order yet?
Well, Mr. Elgart here says you're a regular, so I thought that maybe you could order for both of us.
What'll it be, Thalia?
2 Charlotte Russes, a lime Ricky, and a chocolate egg cream.
That's a good order. An A-plus order, if you know what I mean.
Mr. Elgart seems nice.
He's not really. I think it's just because you're here. Well, sometimes he's nice, but other times he charges us for ketchup. Thanks for coming to see me, Miss McCullough.
Well, I'm very glad you called, Nathaniel. I'm sorry I'm making you so unhappy.
I'll get over it. That's what everyone keeps telling me. Do you have to leave?
I do, yeah.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
So you really thought this through, huh?
I have. My leaving makes you a little mad at me, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little.
Is that why you wanted to talk to me? To tell me that you're angry with me?
No. I want to say something else.
What's that?
I want to say thank you, Miss McCullough. Thank you for being such a great teacher.
You don't know how much that means to me, Nathaniel, what you just said.
My mom said it was a gift to have you as a teacher.
Well, that's very sweet of her to say, but I think that I'm the one who got the gift. Can I tell you a secret? One that you can't tell anybody. You're the best student I ever had. And not just because you get good grades and you do good work and you write great book reports, but because you love to learn. Don't ever lose that.
Okay.
You promise?
I promise.
Could I ask you a favor?
Sure.
Miss Driscoll's going to need someone to help her feel at home, to help the class get to know her. Do you think that someone could be you?
I'll try.
There we are, folks. If you don't love that Charlotte Russe, you can flunk me. You won't be the first.
All right, class. Last term in social studies, we studied South America. Can anyone tell me what we'll be studying this term? Nathaniel?
Canada, Miss Driscoll. Our neighbors to the north.
That's right.
Have you ever been to Canada, Miss Driscoll?
Well, as a matter of fact, I have. I went there last summer.
Really? Can you tell us about your trip?
I'd love to. I drove up there with a friend from college, and first we went